Welcome, everybody, to the A to Z podcast. We're your hosts, Amber Long.
And Zachary Birdsong.
And today we're joined with our buddy, Nick Little.
Hey, folks.
The big NL.
Welcome to the show. I'm back for my second episode.
Yes.
I want my baby back, baby
so
back.
You have to
back,
listen to them in order.
I want my baby back, baby back, baby back.
Yo, y'all should release them in order.
What is your problem?
I want my baby back. And today, what are we talking about?
And today we're talking about the great outdoors.
Chirp, chirp.
Yeah, post production, add like some bird noises and some. Yeah.
What was that one? Oh yeah, didn't you do like he did a post production add in for Thanksgiving, and he added like behind our theme song like the turkey gobble.
A little gobbler.
Yeah. So we'll put in some birds.
Yeah.
Yeah. The great outdoors. What are they? Who's been?
Who's been? I've never been outside.
I was thinking about it, one, because the birds outside are the birds at y'all's house real loud right now? Or is it just me? They're like going through something. I don't know.
This morning in particular, they were so loud in my front yard, which like I don't have any like trees or anything in my front yard. It's just a yard and the driveway. And they were, I guess there's a couple of like bushes in front of the house, but they were so loud this morning, like abnormally loud to where, like it didn't wake me up, but I like walked into the kitchen, first thing in the morning, and all I can hear is birds just like.
That makes sense though, because I feel like bush birds are louder than tree birds. Because they're eye level.
Yeah, they're closer. They're closer to you.
Yeah.
I got tree birds.
You got tree birds?
And they're pretty loud. And my alarm clock is birds.
Mm-hmm.
So the first time it happened, like this spring, I was like trying to figure out like, are these the real birds or are they recording birds?
Was it on your was it on a work day where you had an alarm set?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was like, this seems like the wrong time.
Yeah.
Because they're out early. Like this morning I woke up around like 3 and there was one solo bird out there. Just
chirping it up.
Yeah, I was like, it was really comforting though, because I was like trying to go back to sleep and I was like, well, someone's awake.
You should get like a hanging bird fountain for them to like swim in.
No. What? No, because we have a lot of pigeons at my apartment complex.
Really?
We have so
wow.
Like kind of,
carrier
I don't want to say like an infestation. No, they don't carry anything.
Kill them birds.
But doo-doo. And like
a lot of doo-doo.
My sister came and she bought, because I guess if you buy like reflective, kind of like glittery, like rainbow-looking reflective tape, you put it on the railing, they won't land there. That doesn't stop them, because then what they'll do is they'll fly underneath because I have a balcony. So they'll fly underneath the balcony above mine and then just perch, like go directly in and bypass the rail.
Do they ever hit your door, glass door?
No. I did one time when I was a kid, though. We did have a bird like smack into the window. And
Dude,
it was very jarring.
Yes, I saw a bird do that like over and over again once when I was a kid. Like it just kept hitting the window. That was talk about jarring.
Yeah.
That was jarring.
Damn.
Yeah. I mean, it's confusing because it looks like, all they see is reflection. They think it's just more sky.
It's confusing for a child too.
Yep.
Because I'm just like, why is this bird beating itself up?
Got
You're like,
rabies.
Mom, what's wrong with this bird? No, I used to have a bird in my old neighborhood in Wisconsin that I swore up and down was like following me. But I think the reason why is because I was like walking down the street and it was a pretty it was a decent sized bird and it was flying overhead and it was like flying directly over my head. And so then I like turned around and it turned around.
Oh, wow.
And so then I started
literally overhead.
Yeah, so then I started running. I was like, I couldn't get away from it. But that is to say, I'm not a big fan of birds.
Oh.
They're not really my favorite animal out there.
Do you prefer flightless birds?
Like penguins?
Yeah.
Penguins, chickens,
Flamingos. Do flamingos fly adequately? I don't know. I feel like their body's too big for their wingspan.
We don't really live close to the beach.
We don't.
I've never heard of a flamingo migration, but maybe someone comment below.
Yeah, someone let us know, please.
I feel like they might because, I mean, they have big like abdomens or like like the main part of their body, but they got those like long skinny legs. They're pretty big too, so I'm like, I feel like they fly. I don't know.
We'll check it out. The next time you're on a flight, see if you see a flamingo up there.
To answer your question, I think all birds are just kind of... Because it's weird, right? They're like this reptilian thing.
Yeah. Keep going.
No, that's just it. Like, and I love reptiles, but birds are confusing. I don't know.
I mean, they're incredible. When I think about birds all the time, honestly.
Are you a bird watcher?
I wouldn't consider myself a bird watcher necessarily, but I mean, in my current life, I'm outside a lot, in the woods a lot, and I see birds all the time, different types of birds.
You're a bird noticer. I'm
definitely a bird noticer. One particular bird that stands out recently, I'm playing disc golf often. It's often in Fayetteville at this park and on the south side of Fayetteville. And Southside. There's a barred owl. I think it's barred owl. But if you're out there at dusk, you'll hear it like whoo woo. But it's literally flown down. A lot of the time I'm like, there's only a couple of people out there. It's usually pretty sparse, whatever crowd. And this owl has like flown over and like whooshed right over top of me before. I'm not, I mean, I'm sure it does it to others.
As hell.
But I mean, owls are big. Yeah. 5-6 foot wingspan type of thing.
Crazy talons.
Huge.
Too.
Oh yeah, huge birds.
Yeah.
Incredible though.
Do you see any owl pellets while you're out there? Did you guys ever dissect those?
So.
Owl pellets?
Yeah, in school.
No, I wish. That sounds cool as hell.
Do you know what it is?
An owl pellet?
An owl.
It's a poo.
No, it's like
what?
Regurgitation.
Oh.
So it's like the stuff that they don't digest.
Oh,
it's like the fur and the bone. The little bones.
That would be awesome though.
And in elementary school, we dissected them.
Did your teacher go through the bones and be like, "This is from or anything like that"?
Probably. I think we had someone come in because it was a unit that they did every year.
Right.
So I think we got
specialist.
This is a mouse.
This is a rat femur.
Yeah. I think there was like a worksheet type of thing with the bones, but yeah, birds.
Do they eat other birds? Owls?
I think so.
And
maybe
bugs and frogs. And
they
stuff
definitely eat rodents, and that's what mostly because it was a lot of
bird
fur type of thing. I don't remember if they were eating other birds.
We didn't study up on our owls before we just started talking about them.
Yeah, but I guess
that's okay.
Sorry.
Hey, the listeners of the A to Z podcast expect the highest level of research.
Yeah, on the birds. The first time I ever saw, when I first moved down here in 2020, I saw a hummingbird for the first time. I never seen one. Yeah, I'd never seen one ever.
Oh, them flapping their wings.
And I was just sitting on my
very cool
patio, and one flew up, and it was relatively close.
It's just hovering there.
Yeah, and I was like, whoa. My mom, it was that, and then one time I was in downtown Rogers, and what are those little black salamanders called?
Skinks?
Yeah, sure. Whatever
We're going to roll with it.
The little, they're 6 inches long.
And they got the little, rainbowy looking thing on their back.
I've heard skink before in reference to, lizards like that.
Okay.
Or reptiles. Amphibians. Yeah. I've heard them called skinks. I've heard them called... I mean, around here we have hellbenders, which are like bigger, I think.
I wonder if it was just like a baby. Are they black? Or can they be black?
I think hellbender's different.
Okay.
I think those are bigger.
Okay.
I don't know for certain.
But what was it doing?
It was just going down like 2nd Street. It was just like skittering by. And I was like, because I just read, like, I don't know, I'm coming from Columbus. I'm not used to seeing, like, I'm mostly just seeing like squirrels and like your neighborhood birds.
Yeah.
So.
I just like how you
robins.
said it, like it was just taking a stroll down 2nd Street.
But it kind of was.
Was it on the sidewalk?
Yeah, it was like by the crosswalk.
Mm-hmm. Oh, about to cross the street.
I remember it, and it was like then, and I saw like vultures, and then I lived out by Highful. You never see the vultures around here? There's mad vultures.
I don't think so.
Mad vultures.
Wow.
And then there's like
It's because of all the roadkill and
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh.
you know, Arkansas is pretty biodiverse. I mean, they call it the natural state.
Yeah.
For a reason.
We road killing out here.
Well, there's so much. Okay, there's so much biodiversity and like thriving natural whatever. What am I trying to say here?
habitat.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's also a lot of people and a lot of development. So I feel like that's where you get the intersection of, you know, that equation equals maximum roadkill.
That's true. That's true. I want to see a comparison though between like elk deaths in Colorado versus like deer deaths in Arkansas.
I bet deer deaths are way higher in Arkansas, and I know they are in Mississippi. That was like, anytime you would drive around at night, it was like, be careful because people just hit deer all the time.
Right.
Like, you know, and they're not doing it on purpose necessarily, but there's so many. I mean, that's why like hunting is such a big deal here. It's literally like population control.
Yeah, that's how it was in Pennsylvania too. Like whenever I would drive out from Columbus to Pittsburgh, and it was just like deer, like dead deer on the side of the road, just like so. And like, never mind, not gonna talk about it.
And
but it
an
was very
occasional
sad.
dog.
No.
Around here.
Because
again,
dogs are freaking in the road all the freaking time.
Yeah, keep your dogs on a leash, Arkansas.
Zach, I'm so glad you're saying this. This is such a pet peeve. A pet peeve. Okay?
Nice.
People in Arkansas don't put their damn dogs on leashes, especially in parks. And I'm always out on the disc golf course, and it's even worse out there. And I know some guys. So,
y'all,
if they're listening, which I don't know if they ever will,
send it to them.
because it's like, you know, it's like a different kind of like a different group. It's like 3 or 4 groups removed. You know what I mean? 3 or 4. What's the
see the friend episode for? Oh
yeah,
for the location of your friend.
Reference the friend episode.
The tier.
It's like, you know, it's like 2 or 3 degrees removed from us sitting here right now, but they'll be on the disc golf course with their damn dogs off the leash. 2 dogs off the leash. And you're sitting there, you know, hey, he's yelling, trying to get his dogs to not run up and fight with other dogs. Like, dude, just bring the leash.
But if you know your dog is like that,
I'm saying,
like, you shouldn't be. I do kind of, whenever I'm at the big park on Dixieland, like, I'll let Iro off to run around. You know, like where the
it's not that busy over there, though.
It's not that busy. That's why we go over there.
Yeah.
And if another dog or people come, then I will put him back on.
Right. It's like, calculated.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. I don't like that either.
Bro, so many of these people around here are like, my dog's well trained enough to not need the leash. And like, yeah, I understand not wanting to put your dog on the leash because of like freedom, and you know, it's like its own, you know, it's got its own whatever soul or whatever, and you don't want it to just be, you know, literally tethered all the time. I get it.
Yeah.
However, when you're in public, you may know how your dog's going to react. You don't know how other people's dogs are going to act, or other people's kids.
I was about to say, some of these children coming up, they be like hard petting, hard swatting some of these dogs.
Yeah, they do.
It is common courtesy forget your dog's feelings or freedom or whatever. If you're going to take them out, it's common courtesy to have them on the leash if there's other people around. If it's wide open, I understand completely, let them run free. If it's in the dog park, that's what they're for.
Yeah.
Put your damn dog on a leash.
But I would also think
Thanks.
it's like, put your dog on the leash for your dog's safety too. Even if they're well trained, you don't know. Like, there's snakes, there's people who will kick your dog, like hit your dog with a car. Like, you don't know.
It's literally the best for everybody.
Yeah.
When you put your dog on a leash. For every party at play, it is the best.
And definitely don't let them, like, get out of your sight.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like,
it's an epidemic here.
Watch your dog.
The Constitution does not serve your dog.
Facts. No, it is kind of a problem, though, because when we had my sister's dog, Gracie, people were very forward about, like, wanting to pet her. And we're like, this used to be, like, a street dog, kind of like guard dog, German Shepherd. And if my sister would tell them no, there were people who would be like, what if we sit down? What if we did? I know it's a little bit off the topic of outdoors, but it's happening outside. That's weird.
Yeah.
I think
no means no.
Right.
I think this is appropriate rhetoric for this episode.
It's a great PSA.
Yeah.
PSA, yeah.
Keep your dog on a leash.
Have you guys ever seen a cat get walked on a leash?
Yes, and we've done it for Reggie before.
Oh, Reggie. He's like, I gotta get out, guys.
Yeah, he does. He does. He's got a love-hate relationship with the great outdoors. Speaking of the great outdoors, he's escaped our captivity once. And so he experienced...
When you say it like that, it's good for him.
So he experienced the great outdoors, and he came back mangled. He has probably a scar under the fur on his tail because he had gotten in a fight with like a raccoon. Like, I would have loved to have been able to put a camera on him to see what that guy went through for that month that he was gone. It was a month, and it snowed during that time too. It was like in February.
Vision Quest.
Yeah. He was upset. He was like, why y'all let this happen?
You're like,
you jumped
out the door.
The window.
Oh,
the window
to
the wall.
Okay.
I won't finish those lyrics, but if you know, you know. If you know,
claws. Something about claws.
Yeah. Oh,
Cat
true.
edition. Claws.
That's kind of another thing is outdoor cats, which I'm torn as a cat father of two. I'm torn because, like, you hate to see your cats inside and, like, bored and, like, not lethargic, but, you know, they just lay around all day. Whereas if they were out and about in the wild, they would be, you know, chasing stuff,
in that sun,
smelling stuff.
That sun.
Laying in the sun, all of that, rubbing up against stuff, scratching trees, like bark. At the same time, if you get a cat and you let it out, you run the risk of it getting hit by cars because they run out in the streets. They're sporadic. They're cats. They also do damage to bird population. And
I think I've heard that.
They're literally apex predators, cats. Like, if you watch them, you know, if you play with them, you see them, like, you can see how high they can jump, and you can see how, like, ferocious they can be. And they're literally apex predators. They're when you talk about, like, I guess, like, an urban setting. As far as the wildlife in an urban setting goes, they're absolutely the top of the food chain. Maybe with the exception of, like, wild dogs or coyotes.
Yeah. Keep your dogs on a leash. Keep your cats inside.
Yeah, coyotes we had, like...
If you live in a city. If you live out in the country...
Let them roam.
It's kind of a different story. Like, if you have,
farm
like, a
cats.
farm... Exactly, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But...
Isn't that the same... risks, though? Maybe not the car part,
I mean, if your farm is huge, though,
they might get eaten.
They still can, but they're causing less damage to, like, you know.
Right.
And they're more used to being outside, and, like, typically farm cats tend to stay, like, they might roam a little bit, but they tend to stay around because there's so much, I don't know, there's so much, like, space for them to do stuff anyway, and they have, like, hiding spots, and you know, the earlier they're outside, I feel like there's a way, because they're domesticated, so, you know, they know how to live outside. Whereas like at my cats, if I were to just let them out, they wouldn't know how to operate because they've been indoor cats for 3-4 years, whatever it is.
Do they interact?
They do. I have two girl cats. One of them is 5. One of them is 3. And they interact. They play a little bit, but they don't like cuddle up. And I think it's because they're both girls.
They're like, okay.
Well, and they're
Prima donnas.
well, they're both like vying for, I guess to be the alpha. You know what I mean? Because cats kind of do that.
Right.
If they were closer in age, like if I like had them younger, if that makes sense, they probably would be a little more like affectionate, more of like a mother-daughter kind of relationship or something like that. But I had Bubba for a while, and then I brought Tommy into the equation. And I mean, yeah, they're not like buddy, but they coexist.
I feel like I already have or know what the answer to this is going to be, but would you take your cats or your dogs camping to the great outdoors? Cats would be much more difficult to handle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I knew they stayed around, like if I knew they were going to stay nearby, I mean, yeah.
Right.
But they're not leash trained, and, depending on where you're camping, it's hard enough.
Right.
So that's just another layer of difficulty.
Right. What about Iro?
Yeah, I think it would depend on the campsite, but I've wanted to take him camping. I wanted to go because Kohler has like
campgrounds,
campgrounds,
areas, yeah.
but they say no dogs for some reason.
Oh.
And I was gonna go camping by myself there, just like one night.
That'd be
it was,
so much fun.
It was pretty cheap.
Oh man.
I think it was like $25 for the night.
I might have to go and do that, honestly.
I would recommend Hobbs.
Hobbs. Oh, yeah.
Is that far?
It's about an hour and a half,
No,
maybe,
no,
or is it
no,
not
no.
that long?
Is it safe?
No, from it's like 20 minutes east of Rogers. It's not that far.
Oh,
that's right.
Yeah,
That was
okay.
silly of me. Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking
You
about.
might, you might be thinking of a different one.
I think so.
Haiti
yeah.
Jean or something. Like
It's
that.
I think I was
actually on the
thinking
way
more
out
like
to
Fayetteville, like out that far. That's what I thought.
It's like okay. It's basically, this is getting real local. I know y'all talk about it sometimes.
we record at the Fayetteville Public Library.
Yeah. We're currently at the Bentonville Public
Yeah, that's
Library.
fine.
Thanks to the
Mixing
city
it
of
up.
Bentonville, and thanks to the Walton Family Foundation.
Yo.
Thanks, guys.
We're all one
Brought to
big
you
family
by-
in this Northwest Arkansas area.
Brought to you by Walmart.
Brought to you by Great Value.
We're the Great Value Podcast.
These microphones and this mixer might be Great Value for real.
They're Amazon.
Bezos.
So Hobbs, it is like probably 20 or 30 minutes east of Rogers, like out on the shores of Beaver Lake.
Yeah, you pass on the bridge. It's off 2nd Street.
yeah.
You head east.
The War Eagle Mill, the old bridge, like the 1-lane bridge. It's cool.
Yeah. You've been there on the way out to a friend of mine's place. That bridge. Yeah.
And I go out there to
Cryptic.
go to my book club sometimes.
Book
Is
clubs out there.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah, I've spent
It's
a
beautiful.
lot of time
It's beautiful out
in East
there.
Arkansas.
Oh yeah. They be spinning out
When
there.
I went out to
Those roads.
your one friend's wedding,
Uh-huh.
and I drove out there by myself.
Oh yeah.
That was a huge
You were in
marker of confidence for me because it was raining. Where was it at?
Not only that, but
Mulberry.
I think so, but there was a dirt road.
It was
They were all dirt road down
there
there.
was dirt roads. It was super windy. It was
Uh-huh.
incredibly like.
I went out there
slick out
dark.
there.
I was like, whoa.
Yeah, and I was like doing it. I think those drives because I did that one and like a couple of other ones. Though I do think my car's a little messed up. I think that's part of why my car's messed up.
Probably.
It's too old. It couldn't. I don't.
It
I don't know,
couldn't-
it
You
You
handle
gotta
it.
go slow on the dirt roads.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
it-
got a granny car.
I mean,
I
I think
guess.
you're I would say your car's capable of
My-
handling a dirt road. It's just dirt roads, you have to go slow.
My car is also just, I think it was a lot more of like the hills and like the pulling up the hills. But driving in these different Arkansas routes and how like precarious they are, like driving out to Eureka, like that, it has done a lot for my confidence.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm like, you know what?
It's fun.
Don't talk to me. I can do whatever I want.
Yeah, I can drive to Eureka Springs.
Yeah, I can
park in Eureka Springs. I can do anything.
Yeah.
It's so scenic.
crazy.
Driving to Eureka it's beautiful. It really is.
It is beautiful, but I do feel like once you get, because there's no railing on part of the, like, so then I'm just like hyper vigilant. This is like stressful. That's why I almost went for that conference for CNU. They have a Eureka Springs trip, and I chose not to do
sessions.
Yeah, or one of the tours, and I chose not to do that one. We chose to do the one on the Illinois.
Yes. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I make a lot of noise, guys. You're used to it. When you hear noise in the background,
It's Amber.
It's freaking
She's
me.
patting things.
'Cause
She's slapping things.
Yeah, I'm always like making noises.
She just did it again.
Sorry, I can't help it.
No, it's
the
funny.
mix on this one. We apologize to the listeners of the A to Z podcast.
I'm gonna make a beat with
Brought
all
to you
the
by Great Value.
things at the end. It's gonna go boom.
No one made the wooka wooka.
I just did.
Okay. Meta. Very
sample.
meta.
Thank you.
Yeah, but I almost chose that trip just to be able to go and actually like look out the window and not be the one driving
Oh yeah.
to Eureka.
Experience
Yeah.
Experience
nice.
Eureka.
It's nice. It's a nice drive. I mean, there's a ton of just nice remote drives. I mean, we've got small mountains here, and it's pretty remote once you get away from like the Northwest Arkansas corridor or Interstate 49. I mean, you're in the mountains. They're not like big mountains. If we have any listeners in, I don't know, Nepal or whatever, or Colorado, like it's not comparable, but it's probably more remote in a lot of instances than Colorado is.
Yeah. About a month and a half ago, Cam and I hiked out to Hawksbill Crag.
Yeah.
What's that?
It's like one of those. It's a well-known spot in this region that people say to go to, and it's only like it only took us maybe like 15-20 minutes to walk there from the
It's a
parking
short
area.
hike.
It's a very short hike, but it just you get
Whitaker
on this rock.
Point, I think, is also what it's referred to as.
Yes. And so you walk out, there's like this rock that protrudes from like the mountainside, and you're able to like sit on it, and it just like overlooks like this like really nice like gorge mountainous area, and it's very, very pretty.
Yeah. That was one of the first kind of natural spots that my brother took me to when I came to Arkansas for the first time in 2015, or came to Northwest Arkansas. We went to Hawksbill Crag, and it's cool. It's like this big. It's not even a bluff. It's literally like a point.
Yeah.
Like a rocky point, like a rock formation that comes out to this kind of point, and it overhangs like a couple hundred, it's maybe 100 feet, like a 100-foot drop. Like if you fall off, like you're in bad shape. But like it's not super tall. There's a couple of bluffs on the Buffalo, which in a second I can get into a camping trip that I went on.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago.
By all means.
There's a couple of bluffs out there. I think the highest one is like 350 or 400 feet at Horseshoe Bend on the Buffalo River, which I guess the Buffalo River, for the listeners that don't know, is a nationally protected, I think it's the only nationally protected river in the United States. Like how it has the same a similar designation to like national parks, where I mean these days,
Yeah, I was about to say for now.
there's barely any I guess restrictions on what you could do, but it's a nationally protected river, and I believe it's the only one in the United States that's actually nationally protected. It is very, very scenic, relatively remote. On the weekends during the spring and summer and fall, it's pretty busy out there, depending on where you're going and the weather. But it's a great place to visit. You know, if you don't live in Arkansas, you're thinking about coming up here to see Amber and Zach live at Rail Yard Live or at Victory Theater or
Yes,
whatever.
sir.
Yeah.
Our convention center event.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Rogers Convention Center.
So if you're planning on coming to see the live taping, you ought to make a little bit of time to go out to the Buffalo. And I mean, it's very, very scenic. Particularly, people refer to it as the Goat Trail, but it is
Like goat, like greatest of all time, or goat, like goats?
goat, like the animal.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's why I was laughing, because I'm like, buffalo's not enough. It's got to be a goat too. We got to put all the animals we can up in here.
They either call it the Goat Trail or Goat Bluff, but I think it's called that because you're kind of exposed once you get to the end, to this like vista. You're kind of on this like exposed edge where, I mean, there's plenty of room to stand, and it's like safe if you're, you know, reasonably sound mind. But like it is a little bit exposed, and you're like 400 feet off the ground. You know what I mean? Like you're way up there above the Buffalo River. Crazy, you know, scenic overlook of like Horseshoe Bend, which is literally a big like U-shaped bend in probably one of the most scenic rivers in the United States. But yeah, Center Point Trailhead is where you park. There's Amber making more noise.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
That one was crypto.
Exposed on the buffalo. That's spicy.
You park at Center Point Trailhead and walk down. It's pretty steep, relatively tough. You know, you don't want to go during or after a big rain or anything like that. Going back up is steep, but to get to the Goat Bluff Trail, it's not that far. And you know, I'd say moderate difficulty. Definitely worth it. Definitely worth it.
So that's where you did your camping trip?
We were near there. So me and two of my buddies, we started at Compton Trailhead, which is Compton is just this little community. This little community out in I guess it's Newton County. But it's this little like rural community, you know, up on one of the ridges up above the Buffalo River. We parked at Compton Trailhead. We went down the Hemmed-In Hollow Trail, which is another kind of famous
I love these
trail and
names.
attraction in here in Arkansas. I think Hemmed-In Hollow. There's a waterfall at the bottom, and I think it's actually the tallest waterfall between the Rockies and the Appalachians.
Wow.
So another fun fact, which we hiked down to that. We actually backpacked down to it. So we
That's cool.
loaded up, you know, a backpack, hiked down the Hemmed-In Hollow Trail, and it rained the day before, so it was very slick. Hemmed-In Hollow, I think, is the steepest trail in Arkansas. And it's I don't know exactly how many, you know, what the slope of it is, but it's very steep. Pretty strenuous going back up for sure. Going down, you know, your knees got to be right. Your knees are going to be sore, definitely.
How were
at the
your
bottom.
knees?
I made it.
He's here, Amber. Okay.
I'm here to tell the tale. So
Don't buckle them knees.
We went down Hemmed-In Hollow, and it had rained that day, so much so that we couldn't get to the desired campground that we initially thought, which you actually have to cross the Buffalo River to get to, which typically at this point in the year, the river is low enough to where you can cross it. You might have to like take your shoes off, and you might get a little bit wet, but you can typically get across it. It was like ripping a couple of weeks ago, so we were not able to cross the river. So we hiked down Hemmed-In Hollow, then we hiked down to the river. Saw that we couldn't pass the river. Had to go back up the Hemmed-In Hollow Trail a little bit to... Damn, I can't remember what it's called. The connecting trail. Sneed's Creek Trail or something like that.
I was hoping it was
That
another
one's
alliteration.
funny. Sneeds.
alliteration. Oh.
Yeah.
Hemden Hollow.
I like
This
Hemden.
one's
It
just
sounds
named after
Swedish.
somebody.
Hemden Hollow.
This was just named after somebody. But we hiked up to another trail and basically went down the river to Jim Bluff, which is another funny name.
Why?
Named after somebody.
These names, yeah.
I mean, it's
because he
They're
was.
funny.
It was named after a guy that was great at poker.
Jim Bluff. Okay.
no, it's another
All right,
bluff. Yeah, that was a dad joke. Oh my
Oh my goodness.
god, I think that was a first.
Yeah.
for the podcast.
Act a fool. Next series. Cut up. Anywho. Jim Bluff.
He's not getting
Jim Bluff.
to talk enough, so he's having to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
I'm kind of hogging the.
No, we're
Oh.
listening to the story. We're
He's
listening. I'm ad
providing
libbing.
the sound effects.
Yeah, yeah. That'll go into the music snippet at the end.
Oh my god. Anyway, we hiked over to Jim. We went back up we went back up the Hemden Hollow Trail a little bit, and then we hiked over to Jim Bluff, spelled Jim. It's named after
man.
somebody.
Okay.
Again,
Yeah.
all of these spots out there are named after like the first settler that got there back in the
Jim.
1890s or whatever.
A horse
You
made
don't
it
wanna
first
do
to
this.
Horseshoe Bend.
Last name. He just was like, Dad.
That might have been his
It
last
might have
name.
been. That's where the
Okay.
word bluff came from, to describe natural features such as that.
No, we're talking about Jim.
Yeah, his last name was Bluff, which is
my
now what
gosh.
was used to describe natural features such as that.
Okay.
Jim Bluff. Jim Bluff is a turn in the river, and it's a bluff, like the geographic feature, where it's
Yes.
like it's like an exposed rock face, that was carved out over millennia by the river.
Not unlike Mount Rushmore.
No, that was carved out
totally
by
different.
people. That was carved out by people, and I've heard it's underwhelming.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I bet it is. A lot of that old stuff
It's
is.
4 men. It's just 4 men.
The Leaning Tower of Pisa, super underwhelming.
Yeah,
it's
I believe that.
barely leaning.
But what I would
Just kind of like,
what I would do if I got there though is
Tilted.
I would tilt my head slightly, and
That's
that
what
would
you
kind of
do.
make it worth it.
that's what you do. You're
Yeah.
like,
You're like, huh?
What's more interesting about it is like how narrow it is because you can go up it. And
Oh.
it's extremely narrow.
Truly.
Anyway,
It's a bluff.
We hiked over to Jim Bluff. Mm-hmm. There's literally somebody. So Jim Bluff. There's like it kind of slope. Like there's like a little shelf where you can walk across, and like it's like probably, I don't know, 30, 40 feet wide. There's like a little overhang, like cave spot where you can actually camp out, and there were some guys camping out there. So we went down to this like not built out, but like cleared out camp spot, literally right next to the river. And we walked up. I've never seen this at a camp spot, so it was really cool. You sometimes you'll walk up to a camp spot and it's like very obviously like people will like put logs. They'll build a fire pit. That's pretty common for a campsite, and then they'll surround it with like logs or rocks that you can sit on. Mm-hmm. This one somebody had constructed 3 stone chairs, and they all of the backs of the chairs had these like points. It looked like a set, like a living room set, but it was stones, and big nice fire pit, and like two of the chairs were like right next to each other, and there was a literally like an end table in between them, a stone end table that somebody had like placed right there that was angled in a way that like it was comfortably set between these 2 chairs, and it worked perfectly. And then the other chair had like its own little end table right next to it. It was the coolest campsite, and I've got pictures of it.
was it accessible by car?
No.
How'd they get it out there?
I mean, you just get the rocks. It's a river.
If the Aztecs could do it, we can.
I would imagine that's really heavy. I don't know.
They're
That's why I'm like,
big
what did
rocks.
they do?
They're big rocks. That's what you do when you're camping. I mean, you're
Get big rocks and carve them?
I mean, no, they're not carved. They just found rocks that worked in the river. Probably when the river was down, because then you can access all the rocks.
So it may not have been a long carry.
No, probably not.
But it would have been a heavy one.
It would have been a heavy one. But that's what I'm saying. When you're camping, that's kind of the beauty of
got shit
camping.
to do.
Yeah.
You don't have service, especially out there. You don't have cell phone service. You're disconnected. It forces you to. This is what's so great about the great outdoors. To bring it back around. When you're out there, you have no other choice except for to just like be there, and like you don't have these modern technologies and modern comforts. I mean, maybe food and stuff like that. Like you bring your own food typically. Some people probably don't. Some people go out there and fish for their food or whatever.
I do a hot dog.
Beanie weenies,
Eggs and taters.
Yeah. Eggs. We did.
Taters.
We did
potatoes,
tacos.
Amber.
We did like chicken tacos. They were delicious. But you bring trail mix and fruit and whatever else.
Yeah, so how's cooking out there?
Cooking, you bring you make a little fire. You bring a little pot with you, a camping pot.
Yeah.
You put
a
some
jet boil.
Yeah.
A camp stove.
You put some eggs in that thing, olive oil, some potatoes. You cook it up. Mm-hmm. You eat it.
Logistically, it's a little more difficult.
Yeah.
You're usually using a smaller like cooking surface, but I mean it's the same. It's just
But you do bring something out there for it, like to what maybe you were getting at is you're not like just using. I mean, you could just get like a rock and get fire and put sticks over it and cook some things on the rock itself.
Yeah, we've done that before too.
Yeah.
Where you literally throw like a can of beans. Mm-hmm. You punch a hole in the can, like in the top. Throw literally put the beans like on the coals, not like in the middle of the fire necessarily, but like, you separate some coals or some embers or whatever, put the beans on there, kind of bury it a little bit, or you wrap stuff in foil.
That's what we've done with corn.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's good. It's really good when you do that. You literally wrap up like meat and veg.
Yeah.
Put some butter in there so it's got some, cooking oil. It doesn't dry out.
Yeah. I have a friend that foiled up some corn and put it in the fire, and I swear they didn't use any butter, but you would have thought they did.
Oh yeah. Dude.
I just feel like food probably tastes way better when you're extremely hungry.
That helps, especially if you've been swimming a lot, if you're by a water source and you've been like, and you've been setting up too, like, or taking down day of and everything. And if you've been walking around, like it tastes a lot better.
Food tastes, 5 times, 10 times better out there.
The way it's supposed to.
Because you kind of, especially when you're backpacking, you feel like you earned it. Mm-hmm. Whereas like, in modern life, normal life, you just like, it's just normal to just go to Taco Bell or whatever and get something to eat.
That's why I like the eggs and potatoes for camping, because you can bring stuff like you can do hot dogs, right? You can do like PB&Js, but it's not the same.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
Yeah.
It can still hit, but you know what you're eating is just like heavily processed, yucky.
Hot dogs are heavily processed, but I know what you mean.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. Hot dogs and PB&Js are, but like the eggs and potatoes, like that's like a very foundational, basic,
single Whole Foods.
Yeah.
Right.
I went on like a first year. It's called like a first year experience trip. Like going.
You were one?
Going into my freshman year of.
Just don't acknowledge it to the listeners out there. You just have to ignore it. You just have to ignore it sometimes.
Going into my freshman year of college, and it was someplace in West Virginia. Can't remember where it was now, like the name of the spot. And that was like the longest camping thing I've ever done. Because when I was younger, I used to go to Camp Anakiji in Wisconsin.
With like cabins and stuff?
Yeah, it was one of those old like YMCA camps. And so like as part of it, you get to pick an activity that you want to do. So I was a part of this like camping one. So like one night you do stay overnight instead of in the cabin. You stay in a tent. And actually, I had a really nice tent, or a really nice sleeping bag. And this girl was like,
I'm already shaking my head.
Let me get in your sleeping bag. And back then I was so passive. I was such a passive kid that I was like, okay, why? Don't know. And then hers
was it yours?
Yes.
Like your personal, like it wasn't provided by the camp?
It was mine. And she got in my sleeping bag and I was in hers, and hers sucked.
Oh wait, you traded with her?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you were sleeping in the same one.
No.
Wow.
Yeah.
We traded. I was that's how like when I was a kid, like under
You just let
the
people
age
walk
of
all over you?
yes.
And sleep all over
Under
you?
the age of 9, I was a very passive kid. So she got in my sleeping bag. Hers was hard, or like not hard, but like there wasn't enough cushion, so I was like
That's why
on the
she
ground.
asked, yeah.
I know. And she was like, that
it
one
cold?
looks really good. It was so cold.
Yeah.
And then
That's
in
the
the
problem.
middle of the night, she woke up and she was like, oh, we can switch back. And I was like, okay. Because I wasn't sleeping. Because I was so uncomfortable.
you
Well,
can't.
That's kind.
and then and then we switched back, and I was so happy to be back in my sleeping bag, but she was dirty. So then there was a bunch of dirt in my sleeping bag, and anyway, so that was like the only time other than my first year experience trip where I was like properly camping, had a sleeping bag and everything. And it was a 3-day kayaking trip on the river, and it was a lot of fun. That's how I like figured out I was like, I would like to do more stuff like that because I think I'm actually kind of good at it. Because I never tip. And I was like the only person in the group.
in a kayak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about
At a restaurant.
Applebee's.
No. I never tip in like a kayak or a canoe. Like even if other people, I never do it. I know some people do it on purpose though.
Tip on purpose.
I mean,
Yeah, and like the fun.
Oh, and then
rivers,
they
they'll,
like do
tip.
it back. Yeah.
But so I'm like, I think I'm kind of good at this. But that was the first time I ever, like, we were sleeping co-ed in the tents, and the smell was quite pronounced, but it was really comforting also to be like sleeping in tents with guys because I felt really safe. It was actually a lot of fun. But I remember eating spaghetti on that trip, and there's no other spaghetti that has like that really like sticks out in my mind.
it was probably like SpaghettiOs, like canned.
It was
like Chef Boyardee kind of.
No, it was regular spaghetti, but it was plain. It was just like noodles and sauce, and I was like, "This is amazing."
Yeah, food.
It was
food
so
is
Carbs,
good.
bruh.
Yeah. I mean, it's just when you're out there, it's like, I don't know what it is about it, but everything tastes way better. Anytime I go camp, it might be TMI,
Is
but
it a poop story?
well, it's
story.
I mean, it's not even a story. It's just what happens when I go camp.
Poop fact.
I feel like I always overeat, especially if you're car camping or like like you're like parked like however many feet away from the campsite, not backpacking in, not like bringing your stuff in, but in a more luxurious scenario where you can just like bring as much food as you want. You got the car right there. You can put as much food as you want in the car, and then you can just go and back and forth to the car, get the food, or put you brought the big cooler with you. I feel like I always eat too much out there, and then in the morning, I can't go.
Oh,
Get backed up.
Yeah. Yep.
Little
happens.
bit of information for the listeners
is it
out
because
there.
you're dehydrated or because of the change of scenery? Because obviously, when you travel, just generally, it can throw off your.
Yeah, I think that might be
movements.
more what it is. You get outside of your
Rhythm.
Your rhythm and your comfort zone of like, I'll wake up and take a dump first thing in the morning or whatever.
Same.
But like
I do 2 in the morning. Really, like an hour apart. Really.
Real talk here on.
Really?
It's about the great outdoors. Nature calls. When nature calls,
It calls.
you must answer.
Yeah.
The one thing I will say is drinking. I started drinking decaf, or I've like cut back on caffeine, And without it, you're different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just in that way or in every way?
Mostly that way.
Mostly
I mean,
that way.
because I feel
effects,
like you
but-
can kind of, it's not as bad. Like, you can function. You're not, like, you're tired, but you're like normal tired.
Right.
It's
Coffee
okay.
it definitely keeps me regular.
Yeah, I
It
think,
helps anyway.
Yeah.
but then it's like both. Like, I have two problems. I'm like either drinking the caffeine, having caffeine, and now I got to deal with that because GERD, or don't have it, constipated. It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
Do you
Gird
guys
it
like
up.
instant coffee? Do you drink that when you're camping?
What do you mean instant coffee?
What do you mean?
Do you,
Freeze
It's a
dried
thing.
the little like
hold on. Don't get so defensive. I'm saying I don't know what it is.
Sure you do.
It's powder that you just...
You just like have hot water and you just like put it in the hot water.
The powder.
I think
It's powder?
I think it's freeze dried bits.
So it's like
It's-
powder.
It's not powder.
But it's not. It's thick. It's like
Yeah. It's more
granules.
yeah, it's granules.
Okay.
That's the best way to put it.
No, I've never had it.
It's I mean for camping it's great cuz all you have to do is boil water or heat up water. You don't even have to boil.
Yeah.
I don't even think it has to be hot. I think you can just mix it with
I think.
water.
Yeah, I think it's just water.
You know what? Maybe I have had it before then.
You
because
probably
I've had a friend that's made coffee while camping, and I didn't watch them make it, and so they could have made it
That's
that way.
probably what.
It could have been
what it
that,
was.
unless they had a device specially used for which maybe they. I don't know.
I don't like it.
It doesn't taste great, but
No.
for camping, especially the backpacking, it's easily packable. You don't have to bring like an extra bag of coffee and what do you call it, a percolator or whatever.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean that's the best thing. That's the best thing. That's almost better than just eating when you're camping. Is drinking coffee in the morning when you wake up, because
Oh
usually,
my gosh, yes.
depending on what time of year you go, you either were freezing your ass off and did not sleep well because you were cold, or
Yeah.
in the summertime it's hot and sweaty and buggy, and then so you don't really sleep as well either because you're sleeping on the ground. I mean,
Yeah.
even if you bring like good camp pad, I mean, I will say this last trip I went on, that was probably one of the best nights of camp sleep I ever got. But it was a little chilly. It was like 40 degrees probably, and I had my 20-degree sleeping bag, so it's pretty thick. Yeah, one of the best nights of sleep I ever had. But that camp spot site was great. It was really cool, and it's right next to the Buffalo River, which again, nationally protected. You don't have a bunch of development around there, so the natural landscape and the ecology and the biodiversity is very strong. I've seen on other trips, otters in that river.
Oh.
Like literally woke up in the morning and heard like splashing in the river, and look over and it's two like adolescent otters literally playing, like swimming around, like it was like what they do in like movies.
Right. That's awesome.
Literally like under like swimming. Just it looked it was incredible.
That's super cute.
I think the most I've seen is like a bird swooping down, and it was like in the morning, the sun was rising up, and a bird swooped down and like tried to grab a fish just like right at the top of the water. I think it missed, but just seeing it come down in the water, like drip
dude.
off of its,
It's crazy.
It was, yeah, it's awesome. Wildlife is something else.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Wildlife.
really some of these rivers around here are like okay. This camp trip that we went on, this last one, it was like we went to bed at like, and that's another thing when you camp, you're since you're not like on your phone or watching TV or Netflix or whatever, you go to bed at like just when the sun goes down,
Yeah,
pretty much
a reasonable
unless
hour.
you're staying up like hanging. Some people
Right,
go
by the
out and turn
campfire.
up. Yeah, some people are out there and whatever, but you backpack all day, you have to like go and do you go and do extra distance because you can't get to your campsite. Like you're pretty beat by the time you get done, so it's like you eat a big dinner, do whatever. You're ready for bed. We were all in our tents. It was 3 of us. We were all, tucked away, trying to go to sleep, and it was just like so loud with animals, all different kind of birds. You literally heard an elk bugling, which that's another thing about the Buffalo River Valley. There's elk that live there. It's the only place in Arkansas where there's elk. But we heard an elk bugle. It's an unmistakable noise. It does not sound like anything else.
Yeah, I'll add it. I'll add it.
Yeah. It's like a noise that humans can't even really replicate. But then, like, soon thereafter, we heard, like, essentially, like, and it was loud. It sounded like it was right next to us, and I think there was probably 2 of them. Basically, it sounded like somebody, like, belly flop on the water, immediately followed by, like, the sound of, like, something big going into the water. So, like, a slap on top of water, which, I mean, I'm sure the listeners know probably what that sounds like. And then, like, the gundung,
yeah,
like the sound of, like, water displacement, body, something heavy going in, and then, like, the splash, like the immediately followed by, like, the splash from the water displacement. Mm-hmm. And it was, like, over and over again at a frequency, like a high frequency, that it was like, okay, this is not one thing that's doing this. We think it was beavers in the water. Like, they were threatened by something potentially, and I think it's used as, like, a defense mechanism to, like, make this loud noise and scare off whatever the attacker is.
Yeah.
Which I've never seen beavers on the buffalo. Beavers on the buffalo, but and there's not buffaloes out there either. So I don't know where that name came from. That maybe there was buffaloes there back in the day or something, but
maybe,
I mean,
yeah.
it's extremely biodiverse, all kind of fish in the water. I mean, this was on another river, but I think it was the Mulberry, maybe, or no, it was the Kings River. We were out there a couple of years ago and saw the water was so clear. We were kayaking. The water was so clear, you could see 6-foot long gar swim right under your kayak, like tons and tons of them. It was so cool. Arkansas is incredible when it comes to the natural environment, the nature of it all.
Mm-hmm. I'm realizing just how much
it's hard to beat.
Missing out on not having been to a lot of these places.
Well, I was thinking too, for as much as some of your, like, personal goals, it just sounds like you just need to go outside more.
Probably.
And
probably,
something, like, you'll come back different.
Transformed.
Kind of, though.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cathartic.
Like.
It is.
It's extremely cathartic to go out, and especially be out, like, like a backpacking trip. If you're out there for 2 or 3 days, it's like a life reset almost.
Yeah, I feel
it kind
that.
of can be if you let it be.
Yeah.
Because it's hard, and it makes you kind of, like, push yourself to be uncomfortable for long periods of time. You don't get to eat as much food. For me, that's a big one. I love to eat. You don't get to eat as often as you would like to. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so it's
no.
like you kind of have to
like,
make yourself uncomfortable in that regard.
Yeah, because if you do have a lot that you can eat, it's usually the shit or whatever,
right?
Like in a bad way, not the good shit.
Yeah.
It's not
nasty.
the
It's
shit. It's the shit. Yeah, it's just usually shit.
And I mean, you're uncomfortable when you sleep. Whether it's cold or hot or whatever, you're sleeping on the ground nonetheless. Usually, unless you're in a hammock, which that's another kind of level of uncomfortability.
You smell yourself.
Yeah, you stink. You might roll your ankle or something like that.
Yeah,
I mean, there's all kind of stuff.
Roll both of them.
Oh yeah. Which on this, like, really on some of these trails we were on, it's rocky, and you're out there by yourself, so you really have to be careful about stuff like that. Especially with all this added weight on your back. Like, we were only out there for 1 day, so I only had to pack for one night. But, like, some people do, like, the whole Appalachian Trail or whatever, where they're out there for months at a time. It's crazy.
If you guys ever read the book Wild, they made a movie of it that Reese Witherspoon played like the main character, but she did the, what's it called, like the trail that goes all the way from Canada to Mexico. The
Continental Divide.
Yeah, and it sounded really cool, but it also just sounded like, and she did it by herself, so it just sounded like.
Or I guess the Pacific Coast. I mean, there's one that goes through the Rockies, and there's another one that goes down like the Sierra Nevada mountains through California.
I'll have to see which one it was.
One of those, something like that myself. That would be scary, man.
Yeah, just like a, you know. But she was, so what happened was her mom died of cancer, and her family kind of like fell apart a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
She started cheating on her husband, and she was like in her early 20s, so they had just been married like really briefly, and she just was like consumed with grief.
Mm-hmm.
And then she got addicted to heroin for a little bit, and so then I think it was like a life reset thing where she's like, I'm gonna go do this thing.
Yeah.
And
that was probably a smart move.
It's a really good book if you guys ever.
I might check out the movie.
Yeah,
Reese Witherspoon, you said?
Okay. Or watch the movie. Well, I do have, in case anyone has other things to add, but I do have some would you rathers.
I was about to say go for it because it's 6:30 and we need some time to make sure we get the file on.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So here's a couple would you rathers, and then there's like a scenario.
Okay.
Question. Okay. All right. So, would you rather have a camping neighbor who plays loud music or one who lets their dog bark all night?
Oh, loud music. I'm used to that. 100%. Music plays all night. I'd be listening to it. I'd be falling asleep to it.
I mean, assuming the music would stop at some point, or it just would go literally all through the night.
All night.
I think I would rather have the music because barking is the music you can get used to, like the tempo, or if depending on the music, it might be good.
Right,
so, you know.
Right. I've camped at festivals, so there's even once the actual music is stopped for the night, people nearby or even yourself may be playing. You may just be playing some music, and so you hear music almost the rest of the night. You know.
One time I camped. This was closer to where we live, but it was down near like Winslow, Arkansas, which is it's like the south end of Washington County, and we camped right next to a couple that literally they were arguing until about 2 a.m, and then they woke up at 6 a.m. and started arguing again.
Heck yeah, that's
why they went out there.
They said we can't.
So.
They said we can't go to sleep angry, but then both got tired around 2 a.m. They said we're going to resume this, and right when they woke back up,
they got a bone to pick with you.
Yeah,
Charlene.
What's your answer, Amber?
Yeah.
Music.
Yeah.
Music. Yeah.
Because dog barking, you can just, and it's like intermittent,
right.
and like this really annoying.
You don't know when it's coming.
It could stop for 10 minutes, and then that thing goes off again.
Yeah.
Startles you.
Next one. Would you rather wake up to find a raccoon got into all your food, or that it rained in your tent all night?
Raccoon. Well, yeah, raccoon.
I wake up to find... Man, I must be in a deep sleep.
Like you wake up and it's like a torrential downpour. Because then it's like you still have to like figure out what to do. Whereas the raccoons, if they eat all your food, I mean, I guess depending on the situation, if you're leaving the next day, it's not that big of a deal. If it's the first night of the trip and you're out there for 5 days, you better have some survival skills.
I like the rain. I'm going to take the rain. I enjoy rain. I don't enjoy raccoons eating food I brought for me.
If you get rained on, all your stuff is soaking wet. It's heavier.
I will eat some white bread.
If it gets cold at night or something like that, that could be dangerous.
Is it night or during the day?
Night.
Oh.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
Rain.
Okay.
Yeah, all right.
I'm taking the raccoon because I hate being wet.
Yeah.
Like I hate being wet in clothes.
Yeah.
Like that's just one of my
worst.
like pet peeves in life.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
Would you rather do chores at camp all week? You're at camp now. Would you rather do chores at camp all week or cook every single meal for the whole group?
Okay, wait. So is in the first one, or am I just? Am I like?
You're like cleaning
I'm just
up.
doing chores.
You're getting firewood. You're like doing all the chore-y type.
I'd rather
stuff.
cook because that means I get to eat first and during.
I feel like if you're cooking, you're eating last.
Nah, because I'm eating before I sit.
Is this like summer camp or is it like?
This is a camp.
I'm eating
Big
while
group
I cook.
camping.
I think I would rather do like the tasks, like collect firewood. Yeah, wash
The buckets of water.
clean the dishes off, whatever. Like,
Wash the linens of the bed sheets.
Yeah, I would rather do that. I'd rather do that because I you're up and moving around. Whereas if you're just cooking every waking
Hold
moment.
on. That's breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do the other thing.
Okay. Yeah, I think I would do the chores.
Yeah.
Word.
Would you rather get completely lost on a trail and have to find your way back, or forget all your food and have to forage?
I'm not getting lost, so I'll pick the lost because it won't happen. Because I see the
That's
sun.
not how would you rather's work.
Hey, listen. If the sun's is it night?
I don't know.
I can see the
It's during the
sun.
day. It's during the day.
Well, then I just check the sun. It rises in the east, sets in the west, baby.
It's not which one would. It's which one would you rather happen?
That's what.
Because personally, I would rather get lost because my navigational skills are better than my foraging and hunting skills.
Exactly, because of the sun. I'd rather get lost. Lost, in air quotes, because it's not going to happen. But I'd rather get lost. What about you?
I kind of feel like I'm screwed either way, but I guess
Amber rises in the east, sets in the
I know.
west.
I would
You've
like.
got it.
I would like to say the lost thing because
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I would eat something bad.
Oh,
and, like,
yeah.
poisonous or something.
You die.
Yeah. So, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Okay. Scenario:
Okay.
Ricky is going on a hike.
Ricky?
Yeah,
that's what I'm
Ricky's
thinking.
going on a
Let's call him
hiking
Jim.
trip.
Let's say it's Jim Bluff.
All right, Jim
Jim.
Bluff is going on a hiking trip in the Ozarks. He'll be camping at night. What does he need to bring?
He'll be camping at night.
Yeah, so he's hiking during the day. He's
camping
camping
at
at
night.
night. What does he need to bring?
Do you have like a time of year?
This time of year, spring.
Okay.
Rain jacket.
Spring, rolling into summer quickly.
Rain jacket, knife,
Yeah.
backpack, change clothes, a couple changes of clothes, even though it's just one day.
No disagreement.
No, I mean,
It could rain.
it could.
I guess that's what the raincoat's for, though.
It could rain. I mean, it could rain. I don't know. I don't think you need to bring clothes.
Okay.
Because, like.
Hot take, get naked.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, that's added weight for not
But it's a
necessarily.
day.
Yeah.
So you have to carry a lot of other stuff.
But again, I mean, that shit is heavy, man. If he's hiking down to Jim Bluff to camp, the more weight you have going down or up, the worse.
He might be
the
going-
worse you're the worse.
So
you're in.
here,
He's
maybe
going rucking.
You
He's
finish
going
your
rucking.
list.
Yeah, go ahead.
And
Yeah, go
then
ahead.
Nick, you give us your
here-
different list.
Here's another thing. Here's one.
Yeah.
You say something and then I'll say something.
Does he have skin like me?
Probably.
Does Jim
Let's
Bluff
say
have
Jim
skin
Bluff
like
is
me?
fair and he's bald.
Oh no. He needs some bug spray. He needs some bug spray hardcore.
Okay, that's one. Bug spray. Hat.
Yeah, I was gonna say that next. Actually, he stole mine. A knife.
Good pair of shoes. Or boots.
Nature's own grain bars. Strawberry.
Yeah, some carbs, some sugar. I mean, really.
Quick access, easy.
Enough water. Probably 2 liters minimum of water.
Sounds heavy.
That's minimum.
Eggs and potatoes. Well, actually, maybe just potatoes, because you'd have to have like an ice chest for the eggs.
Not
You don't
necessarily.
think so?
No.
Well,
Hard
We only
one day.
we only refrigerate eggs in the United States.
truth.
Swear to God.
I heard something that said in an Asian country, I don't remember which one it was, they eat raw chicken.
Yeah, ooh. Ew. Ew.
So try that.
I honestly think, like, I just based off what we've said so far, I feel like that
He's
could
fine.
be enough. Yeah.
You don't need anything else.
I don't think so.
I mean,
That's fine. I don't know.
well, I mean, no. You need. You need.
He needs like a tent, right?
I mean, he's gonna be sleeping on
Oh,
the
I forgot
ground
about
with
that.
nothing.
I forgot about the
He-
sleep.
I mean, and if we're talking bare bones, you would want like, I mean, this time of year it doesn't really get that cold at night.
A hammock and a blanket.
I mean, hammock would be the lightest.
yeah.
So yeah, we'll say hammock. Jim's got a hammock.
A zip up hammock, though, so you can, like, protect yourself
From the skaters.
from the skaters.
Yeah, they're not too bad
Yeah.
right now.
No, they're
not
not.
yet. Not yet.
They're
Give it a month and a half.
It's still a little chilly.
Oh, no, that's why he needs the bug spray, because if he's fair and bald like me, they're going to see the veins.
Well, ticks. Ticks. That's really what you got to look out for. Mosquitoes suck. Ticks can ruin your life.
That's true.
Yeah, they
Mosquitoes
can.
literally be sucking me, though.
Would you?
They
What,
do.
Pause.
What do you think
would
do?
you recommend wearing like long sleeves and like thicker material?
Pants. Definitely wear pants. Not necessarily thick, but this time of year. I'd say flowy pants, but pants nonetheless.
Mhm.
Good shoes, good socks. Maybe some merino wool kind of socks. It's sunny outside. Long sleeves definitely help. Maybe one of those like sun hoodie kind of situation, because it's like light and flowy, but it covers you completely, and you can cover your head up too.
'Cause
And
you're
then
bald.
hat. I mean, I'm yeah.
Or a cloth that
Right.
absorbs your sweat.
Bandana,
And chapstick
chapstick, probably some sunscreen. Really,
and some wet wipes.
yes, 1,000% biodegradable wet wipes. That's something that you need, because when you do gotta go,
Dookie.
you can't. I mean, you can do toilet paper too, because it's like paper, but the wet wipes, you get cleaner.
I prefer the wet wipes because I feel
And
like
if you're hiking,
yes.
you need to be clean, because if not, you're gonna be you're gonna be
That's
in
that's not
a
yeah.
whole
Be
world of
miserable.
trouble. It can get bad quick if you're messy down there.
And I don't like doing toilet paper because it seems like it's visual torture to the trees out there.
Yeah.
Because they're like, this is what you do with me.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
murder,
Yeah.
return,
Murder and then literal torture.
killing grounds.
Yeah.
Tragic. It's a
Tragic.
great note to end on. Also, just want to shout out, those scenarios were from, not the scenario, I made that one up, but the would you rathers are from crazyoutdoormama.com.
Shout out,
you.
girl. You crazy as hell.
You crazy. I got one more thing real quick.
Yeah.
Unless you got something else. Where, I guess we're talking about the great outdoors. What's the most beautiful place y'all have ever been? Like naturally beautiful.
Rocky Mountains. Yep. I haven't been.
Where in particular? Give us a little bit.
I like the Alpine area a lot. It was. I mean, once you get up there, you see, like, you get like cloud level, right?
Mm-hmm.
In some parts, and I think the reason I just thought it was completely beautiful was just because of how different it was from the scenery I'm accustomed to. You can look at the mountains around, like, Rocky Mountain Park, and it's nothing like what's here, but it's still like there's some similarities to how it looks. But you get up to that kind of height and look out and see just kind of like the tundra. It's just it's something else. So that would have to be it for me.
I haven't been, I'm kind of basic. I don't know.
Basic.
I did go up the Rocky Mountains when I was really little on like a snowmobile. And I do remember that being very beautiful. And I got a nosebleed. But I
went up too fast on that.
But
thing.
I think here I haven't been to many super scenic places, but I every single day when I go outside, I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Just even like the way the sun rises, I don't know, it's beautiful.
Yeah. I mean, we get incredible sunrises and sunsets here because it's like relatively flat, so you can see further, but it's still not fully developed all the way. So
It's getting there though.
It's getting there.
What about you?
I mean, Arkansas is beautiful. I don't think it's my number one most like scenic. I recently was in the Coachella Valley in California. Amazing desert scenery, kind of high desert, I mean, really more, I would say pretty truly desert. Joshua Tree is incredible. I think Yellowstone probably takes the cake, probably. But more generally, like Wyoming.
Yeah.
It's amazing. There's nobody out there. The whole state. There's like 600,000 people in that whole state, and it's huge. And it's extremely scenic. I have pretty fond memories of driving through the Shoshone National Forest right after exiting Yellowstone during a snowstorm in a car that was not suited for a snowstorm. It was amazing. But I think it's probably somewhere out there.
Yeah.
So I'll just say Wyoming in general.
Yeah. I was going to ask about that, but glad you brought it up.
Yeah, I didn't even...
Your time out there.
I completely... I forgot about it. I got too enamored with the Ozarks.
Oh, you're fine. Everybody comment below craziest natural place you've ever been.
Yeah.
What's your favorite bird to watch?
And what's your favorite bird to watch?
Or notice?
Here are 3 things. Natural... Comment your favorite natural beauty that you've seen.
Me.
Comment your favorite bird to see.
Bird song.
Your favorite camp food.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
S'mores.
Yeah. Oh, good one.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much. You want to take it?
Yeah. Feel free to subscribe to our Patreon. We got some things on there. We'll have some more things to come. And as always, like, share, and subscribe because you know you like us. Keep this thing on rolling. We're going to keep it on rolling. And so we love you guys. We know you love us. It's the great outdoors. Go out there, be free. Don't be a dog. You are in the Constitution. You're a person. See you later. Farewell.
Bye. Don't be a dog.